Hello again. Welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to ATM Spellbound. So we're picking back up basically right after last episode. I've got this stuff repairing. I did get these repaired. But what we're going to be doing today is we are going to be turning our attention over to the Abyss mod. Because there is, just like the Twilight Forest, there is a lot of building materials that I want. You can see lots of neon plants, lots of really nice looking plants that I wanted access to, because Twilight Forest, the End, and the Abyss are going to increase our building options, especially for the underground, by a whole lot. So that's why I want to go ahead and tackle that, because I'm going to be starting, after this episode, because this will be the last one for this week, I'm going to be starting a bit of building. So let's go ahead and just move through. We got a couple quests before we actually get into the dimension. We got that. We gathered these way back, forever ago. I went ahead and got them in preparation for whenever we decided to go to the Abyss mod. And now we're going to need to get a translation letter. And what this is going to do is this is going to allow us to actually read the guidebook. So there's that. And then we can take our Akashic Tome. We're going to go ahead and get the Abyss book. And if we open this up, we have a little bit of information here. And some of the armors and stuff that we're going to be making are going to be pretty good. We may even enchant some of them. Because what I'm thinking is a lot of these armors, like, for example, the Malum room isn't going to have, enchanted armors, probably. But what I'm thinking is some of the high-end armors, so let's say Alf Steel from Mythic Botany, the Soul Steel from Malum, we've got the Archmage set, the Abyss sets. We're going to have those fully enchanted with basically the same enchantments that we're running on all of this, and have them probably displayed in this hall and some of the other halls, like main halls that we go through. We're going to have those enchanted, fully enchanted. And actually, I wonder if Unbreakable will work with the Abyss Shurikens. I don't see why it wouldn't. So that's going to be an option too. Also, some of these rings are going to be really nice to get. Gives you ultra protection. Yeah, there's going to be some really good stuff that we pull out of this. This is a high-end mod, and I believe the difficulty would be pretty stout. That's why we waited a bit. But I think this dimension is going to be decently stout for us. Or, well, it would have been, but I think now at this point, I think it's going to be pretty easy for us. And then we're going to need the unstable obsidian. Grab that. 10 pieces of that. And there we go. Quest completed. You'll notice there's not a lot of quests here, but there is a lot of content within the mod. So, let's go ahead and grab this. We're going to go pop over and build a portal. I might see if I could set the portal up here. I think some of the portals I would like to set up here, but the ones that we can't have portals for, like the Nether, for example, I think we're just going to set up a teleport in that area, and that might be something that I work on after this episode, because, like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of building, because this weekend, New Year's is coming up, and with this weekend, the volunteer stuff that I've been doing will actually be coming to an end, and I'll have some time to kind of focus on building and stuff. So there we go. We'll go ahead and pop that, and we can dump that in there. We won't need it. And let's go ahead and step into the dimension. Okay, I already see a mob. There's a lot of mobs in this dimension that are almost like mini bosses, and this tells you there's NPCs, take quests, decide the fate of the world. Because there is kind of like a story within this dimension. You probably don't even see me, to be honest. There we go. Yeah. Mushroom Soldier. Charm Fragment. And I think we started in kind of a ravine, like an underground ravine area. But we can actually hit up the mining. I think the only quest remaining from here is kill some scorpions and get some nether scorpion eyes, and then craft this, which we're going to have to get a roka horn and some of the letters from this dimension. So let's go ahead. Boom. We got some fire diamonds. And you will notice these little mini stones. You can break these. You'll get some abyss stone. Like, we got broken abyss stone there. I don't know that we can... yeah, I don't think we can actually get them with Silk Touch. I don't know, though, about if they're craftable or not. I don't think so. Also worth noting, this pack does have the add-on Abyss the Beginning. But let's go ahead and head up. There we go. Okay, so now we're up above ground, and you can see we got level 3 zombies. You're going to see a lot of named mobs because they have different levels based on their strength. And also, the zombies and the creepers and things, they do look quite a bit different. The creepers are going to be black, like that. Yeah, but they don't see us, so that's good. Okay, oh, we got a couple elders. Okay, there's Lorenzo. Let's talk to him. Take the gift. Hello, Wanderer. There's a world called Frost World. You can find a portal in the cave system here. If you find the Frost World, go back to me and let me know. And we can either say we'll find the world or we can't help him. We're going to say we're going to find the world. And we got the quest Eternal Dark started. Whoops. And then we have Carlos. Do you know eating an abyss melon gives you huge power? You'll fall slowly and regenerate your health. If you find one, I'll give you a special reward for it. Let's take that also. Oh, and then we have Steven. Hello, Wanderer. You need to finish all Maramus quests first. Okay. Alright, let's kill these guys. That is our very first Elder. Level 10 Elder there. Nothing off of him too crazy. They're kind of like mini-bosses. There's actually quite a few like mini-bosses within this dimension. What about the Soul Guard? Okay. Let's go ahead. Since we're looking... Well, we're looking for an Abyss Melon and for a portal to the Frost World. So let's go ahead and set out and see if we can find an Abyss Melon real quick. And what we're going to be looking for is this right here, this blue type melon. A lot of plants. So many plants. I love it. Well, it looks like we got a couple elders off in this direction. There's one. Level 10 elder. Super easy. Normally those guys are actually pretty stout, but... there's Carlos, and he's the one looking for the Abyss Melon. The same NPCs will continue to pop up. Oh, we got our first tower. Actually, can I... No, I get Lorenz. I think I'm going to have to use shears for that. There is a shear spell that we can make. Oh, that's a pig spawner. Though it's Abyss. No, it's Abyss Zombie. Okay. Well, let's come up right here. Those guys teleport you, so. Abyss Night Hunter. And looks like nothing at the top here, but we did get our spawner. Okay, so the search continues for our Abyss Melon. Which I think, if I recall, these are biome specific. Yeah, here's a different biome, the Abyss Plains. Probably what we should do. Let's grab... We're scared. We're scared. Alright, we're going to sort by source and just scroll down here. And I think it's the, like, jungle-ish biome. The abyssal version of the jungle biome. Most of the biomes in this dimension kind of coincide, or they kind of correspond to... So many dimensions and other biomes would go. But they correspond to vanilla biomes. Okay, so we have the Abyss Plains. We have the Boss Useless biome, which is just an empty space. The Blue Forest, Blue Jungle, that's what we're going to be looking for. Blue Mountains, Burned Abyss, End of Time, Forgotten Mountains, the Muddy Plains, Phantom Ruins, the Slime Forest, the Wayward Seas, and then the Abyss, the beginning, adds the Flora Forest, the Roggen Forest, and the Ruma Forest. But we're going to be looking for the blue jungle. That's what we want. We have one only 90 blocks off in this direction. So, unfortunately, our map just about useless in this. I mean, we can scroll over and we can find things, but stuff doesn't show up great within JEI for this dimension. So, but let's see if we can find the Abyss Melon. And I think the Abyss Melons are above ground, if I recall. This is another mod I've only ever messed around with in creative. So, oh, we got lurkers. There we go. Well, I'm not really seeing any at the moment. That might just be something that we come across naturally. I was thinking it's above ground. It could be underground, but I was thinking that it was above ground. So we might go down and see if we can find the frost portal at the moment. So let's just pop down. There is some Loran ore. We don't really need it, but we're going to go ahead and take it anyways. Yeah, this is kind of what we're looking for here. Might actually grab... Oh, we can't silk touch those. That is unfortunate. Yeah, because they just give us Lorans. But I think we can actually turn these into a block, right? Yeah, we can craft the Loran ore. Yeah, it looks like we can't actually silk touch the Abyss Stone either, so... I'm actually going to pop back home just really, really quick, just so that I can step back through. Yeah, we're getting a lot of broken Abyss Stone. Just so I can step back through, since we do spawn in those... in this area here, it's possible that we might be able to find the portal here. Yeah, actually right here, right where we spawn in. I didn't even notice it whenever we came down. I think I saw the snow, but I wasn't thinking. But this dark stone, we don't necessarily have to keep the portal here. So what we're probably going to do is just... so we can actually build ourselves a portal wherever. But what we're going to need is, we are going to need a key. The key of ice. Yeah. Yeah. We need this right here. We're going to need some frozen diamonds. And then just a little bit of dark stone. And it's not super common, but it's not like Loran ore or something like that. But maybe we can find a little bit of it, perhaps. It might even be better at this point to just do that. We are finding some Abyss ore, though. We're going to go ahead and mine that as we find it to get Abyss diamonds. We'll be using this for a lot of different stuff a little bit later. But let's see if we can find some frozen diamonds and unknown ore, which is always good to find. And we're going to continue gathering up fire gems as well. Oh, and we did find some fusion ore. Let's go ahead and grab that. And I think it can spawn down here, I want to say. Nothing else. We're getting a lot of other ores that we're going to need a little bit later, but... Actually, really good mining down here, too. Here pretty soon, because we're going to be doing something... that's just runestone. We're going to be making mining a whole lot easier for us, and we might come back here for a bit of a big mining spree, I think. I don't know. It might be a little bit higher for the frozen ore. I'm finding a lot of fire ore, but I'm not finding much in the way of the frozen ore. It might be that we're too low down for this. Also worth noting, some of the plants do hurt you. There's some that cause lightning strikes. There's some that cause like little explosions, if I recall. But for us at this point, none of it is all that important. But Asgaard. But just kind of bear in mind that there are some negative plants as you explore. Okay, so we're up to, well, we're only up to Y26. I think we need to go up a little bit higher. And for those of you that don't know, there's actually an older version of the Abyss mod for like 1.12. It was actually, it might be for some other versions, but I remember it for 1.12 because it was a consideration. Four Tails. Yeah, there we go. There's Iceore. But that version was really unstable. I had a lot of issues trying to include it within Tails, but This mod has been around for a little bit, but Abyss 2, a whole lot better, in my opinion. I've played around with it in test worlds and stuff. The first Abyss mod, I loved it because it added a lot of cool blocks, you know, just like this one does. But it had a lot of just like, kind of like lag issues and stuff. In my experience, the first one did. So there is our key of ice. Now we can head back down. I'm just going to pop back down to here, and then we'll re-enter. Yeah, so Eyesore, it is a little bit higher. I was thinking you could get it down here, but that's just fire. We're going to right-click that, and we step through, and now we are in the Wayward Seas biome. Now, at this point, I think technically we could just pop back out. It sends us to the overworld. That's fine. Let me pop back in. I need to actually just set up a waystone above ground for the Abyss. I'm probably going to do that real quick. We'll have it be right here, and we're going to say Abyss Surface. And that way we can get back just a little bit easier than having to climb our way up out. Maramus. Maybe that was him. Since 5 years, I'm searching a magical crystal, the unknown gem. Can you help me to find one of them? It will be worth it. I will give you a valuable sword for it. It is unique and very rare, so will you help me? Yes. We actually have the unknown gem. We have some of these, so let's grab that. And take the gift. There we go. So we got the Abyss Fire Sword. And he didn't take our gem either. Thanks for showing me the unknown gem. This helped a lot. Hope you like the sword I gave you. Hey, Wanderer, I have a question. The sword I gave you is made out of fire diamonds. Can you find one for me? If you find one, I'll give you a very special item. Okay. And I guess technically we could probably put one of these guys in a soul gem and take him with us. But, oh, we got a Totem of Undying. This would have been a good place to come upgrade our spellbook. Hello, Wanderer. Okay, so we've finished all of Maramus' quests. So now we could probably get quests from Steven. If we come across him. No, I don't need you. Why are there so many Carloses? I need the other guy. That I can't remember his name. Marcus, maybe? No, he wants a Netherfire ingot for his new sword. If you find one, I'll reward you with a powerful chestplate. Zombie level 4. Okay, so Netherfire ingot. It's going to be a Netherite ingot and just a fire gem. So this is pretty easy for us at this point. There we go. And we're going to... Oops, I guess I never started the quest. I'll find one for you. Take the gift. And we got a Netherite chest plate. And that was actually from the mob. But you'll notice they're not actually taking the items, so it's basically just free stuff. Okay, so that's all of his quests. So we're done with that fellow. Jackson. Maybe it's Jackson that we're looking for. No, he just wants a normal ring. If so, he'll help us in the fight against the Roka. So we need this right here, this ring. It's going to be Loran ingots and Loran energy. We should be able to craft this, though, no problem at this point. We're going to need 8 of these. Yeah, we still got enough Lorans. There is our ring. Let's go ahead and hire him. Oh, and we got a Ring of Fire. Burns all near entities. Activate with a right click. Yeah, I don't really want that. Fire is one of those tricky things where you end up catching yourself on fire. And with never-ending fire, probably not the best idea. Go ahead and switch these out. Let's see if we can find... I'm still looking for the guy that wanted us to go to the portal, though. Where are you? Because I cannot recall your name. We should be able to get Steven's quest, though, now. Oh, my gosh. So many mobs, all of a sudden. A long time ago, there were 2 gods. Nosage, ruler of love and peace. Roka, ruler of darkness and past. They argued who owned more of the land. Nosage just wanted peace. Roka wanted everything. Unfortunately, Nosage died many years ago in a 100-year battle against Roka. Roka has won. No, Roka neither won nor was Nosage defeated by him. Nosage locked Roka in a kind of underworld. Nosage had to use an enormous force that killed himself. It was the only way to banish Roka. Unfortunately, the phantoms and subjects Rokas have returned and are slowly but surely conquering the abyss. Is there... There's only one way to stop him. There are some monoliths here. Find them and use the pages. When you found a page, come back to me. And we'll come across those. They're actually these pages right here. We're going to have to get those. For right now, let's continue looking. We're still looking for that guy that wanted us to go to the Frost World. There's Sylvia. Some raptors killed my friend Mary and I want revenge. Sadly, I'm not strong enough to kill them, Wanderer. Can you help me? If you kill one, I'll give you a bunch of experience. Okay. So we're looking for raptors also. Oh, here we go. Lorenzo's the one we were wanting to find. We're going to go ahead and take the gift. There we go. We got a ring of invisibility. Makes you invisible on a right click. Okay. Don't really need it. We have other ways of making ourselves invisible. You already found the Frost World. I have a second quest for you. Return to the Frost World and bring me one of those night shards. Okay. This guy, I think what I'm going to do... I don't really need this Enderman. We're going to use him later, but... Let's go ahead and just toss him away. I'm going to capture Lorenzo. Because finding him... We have a captured Lorenzo. Finding him was a big nuisance for us. So we should at least keep at least one quest NPC with us that we're actively trying to work on the quest for. And I think we're going to start off with him. Of course, we are still looking for pages, and we are looking for abyss melons, but... and I think we've done most of the other quests for these guys. So let's pop home, and let us pop back into the abyss down where our frost portal is. Because we need to find a night shard real quick. Alright, let's head up. You'll notice this is actually kind of a mirrored version of the abyss. We're actually almost out of ham, but that's okay. Because we need to eat the food from the Twilight Forest for that one quest anyways, so... Okay, and we still have to kill a scorpion. We'll get to that. Yeah, it seems like ours and Man and Artifice have taken over all the spawns for this dimension. At least the above ground spawns. Oh, here we go. Finally. They don't spawn very often. Ice Knight in-game. There is a weaker version of them. This is like one of the stronger ones, but... oh. Come here. Okay, I don't actually want to kill him with that spell, though. Because we're going to get better with looting. Yeah, there we go. Night Shard. And then we got the Bright Night Sword. Okay. So, there we go. We got the Soul Seeker. And we got the Ring of Regen. It can regenerate our health. We don't really need that. And, Lorenzo, you're now useful to us. Useless to us, I mean. Okay, now at this point, I think we're pretty well, at least at the moment, I think we're pretty well done in this dimension. Unless we want to make the night tools. Wow, wait a second. Did I see that wrong? Or okay, yeah, I saw it wrong. I saw this as like 225. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And like 123 for the hoe. Not the case. I'll probably try to farm them up. Maybe make a spawner with them or something. That would probably be best. But let's go ahead and warp home. We still have to find raptors. We're going to pop over to here. We still have to find raptors, and we have to get pages at the moment. Okay, so now that we're hunting in the actual... I think this is... Yeah, this is a scorpion spawner. I saw one right here. Let's go ahead and kill him. Task completed. Oh, oops. Looks like we have Marcus. I think, see, did we finish Marcus's quest? No, he's down in this. There we go. Yeah, we finished his quest. We'll kill the Night Hunter. I'm going to grab that spawner, though. I do believe. Yeah, they're scorpion eyes. What are they wanting? Kill a scorpion. Okay. Yeah, it's not registering me as having killed them. Well, I'm going to take the scorpion spawner. And there's a few resources that we haven't really covered. We might go over a couple here in a second, but I'm still looking for monoliths at the moment. It might be a little bit harder to spot these while flying, but we could go ahead and get some of these bone blocks. So we mine these. And we get these broken titan bones, and we can make Titan bones. That's how you get those, if you're curious about those. I figure I should go ahead and cover some of the materials, because some of them are a little obscure to get. And that might help you guys out if you're having trouble. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead, because I know we're going to need some of these, especially if I want to make all the armors. I'll end up needing some of these. But they are super, super common. Let's continue on. Surprised I have not seen a monolith yet. That doesn't mean that I haven't passed one up. I just haven't spotted one yet. Actually, right over here is another kind of obscure resource. That's the node crystals. We're going to go ahead and break those. And you can see we got some node shards. They're edible, and you can also get the Ring of Speed with them. Still surprised I have not found a monolith yet. I mean, it could be because I'm flying, and they are a little bit hard to spot, like, because they blend in pretty well. But at the same time, I don't think they're, like, terrible to spot. Also haven't found the slime biome either. But I'm trying to fly just a little bit slower. Because we really do need to find those monoliths, because we're going to need quite a few of them. So I'll tell you what, let's see if we can find a slime forest. There's some stuff that will actually be beneficial to us if we go ahead and find that. And maybe we can run around and just kind of farm for a little bit while I'm looking for the monolith. Oh, there we go. We got credit for killing a scorpion at long last. Seems like I just got to kill a bunch of things in order to finally get credit for my kill stuff. I think it has something to do with some kind of a proc on something that I've got, maybe. Okay, I got a bit unlucky here. Finally got to the slime forest, and it is literally like a block. It's super, super small. You can see we're actually in a slime forest here, but if we take a look, like, it's like that little space where my head is. That is the entirety of our slime forest. So, not ideal. Not quite what I was looking for. Traveled 3,000 blocks to get here. Have not found any monoliths as of yet. I keep seeing these and thinking they're monoliths, but so far, no luck. I found one! Right here. We have a monolith. So, we just right-click that. We got our very first page here. It feels wrong. Awesome. Now there's different pages, so we can find some other ones in addition. You know, there's It Feels Wrong, End of Time, and Unknown Letter. All of these are the same thing. You know, they all give us pages. So, and that's what we're looking for. So now we just have to continue on. I've got to find some more of these, but it can take a little while to find the monoliths. But basically, it just all comes down to you know, going around the dimension. And actually, this is a blue jungle. I want to spend a little bit of time here. Also, I need to keep an eye out for that old-looking villager guy. NPC guy, I mean. Because we can turn in his one quest at this point. Ah, here we go. Here's the raptors. Ah, so many silverfish. Okay, now is Sylvia still... Yeah, she's still back here. That's great. There we go. And then, thank you so much for killing this raptor. I have a second quest for you. I need some Loran to tame some lizards. Lizards are very good for protecting. If you find some Loran, I'll reward you. Okay. Yeah, we got Loran. There you go. Loran power. And then that's her last quest. So she gave us... Oh, she just gave us XP. God, we got 160 levels. That's pretty much just from the Twilight Forest and from here. Oh, I see a monolith. Oops. Click that. There we go. We got the fusion. Page 1, the fusion. That one right there. Okay. Now we need 3 more pages. And I need to find that older guy also. But now all we need are melons. I don't know why I haven't found melons yet. I thought they spawned around here, maybe, but maybe not. No, don't kill Steven. Okay, let's say we found one. Perfect, you found a note. Collect some more and craft this book. Thank you. Now, I'm not having a whole lot of luck right now. I'm still looking for monoliths, and I'm looking for a roka. Which I thought, well, while we searched for monoliths, there was a pretty good chance we would have a roka spawn. But so far I haven't had any luck. So right now I'm just trying to stay close to Blue Forest, where the roka spawns. This one is Phantom Ruins. I don't really want that. It's kind of tough to find the bosses sometimes because they spawn and then they'll despawn. Like if I just hang out, like say right here, the Elder will most likely despawn. And I think the same is true of the roka. I've seen some crystal golems. They've despawned on me before I can get over there to them. Because you generally kind of have to search around a little bit. But... oh, you feel a kind of energy nearby. By the way, if you see that, that's the first time I've actually noticed it. I thought for a second that they had removed it because I didn't notice it on the other ones. But if you see that, you kind of just keep going the direction roughly where you were headed at the time. Because it means you're in range of a waystone. Or a monolith, I mean. It's possible I didn't notice it before because I was flying and, you know, I had stuff on screen and whatnot. But there should be a monolith somewhere in this area. They've got a decent range, but... see if we head back over here. Oh, by the way, these are the plants that, if you touch them, that happens. The Abyss Thunder plants. I do think I lost my broom. Oh, we got a soul heart. I'm fairly certain that I lost my broom due to full inventory. You know, because it doesn't save its inventory spot. So that's unfortunate. It's one of the downsides of having decided to run the magnet ring during this. Because if I get off the broom and I have full inventory, I lose it. Well, I know there's a monolith somewhere nearby. But I hadn't noticed it before whenever I was flying around, but it could have had to do with just flying around quickly. Could have also had to do with like a Y level thing, not being ground level. I don't know. Or I may just have missed it, which is very much a possibility as well. But I seem to remember the range on those being pretty decent, so I've still got to cover like a fairly large area to try to find it. And this pack does have Abyss at the beginning, so we will have to go to that dimension at some point. It just adds a little bit of stuff, but it does add some really good options for dimensions to build in. So we will pop into that. I don't know if it'll be this episode or maybe the next episode, we'll see. And I will have to find another slime forest at some point. Not a big deal. I just wanted to farm them basically until we got a spawn egg. Just so we could set up a spawner down the road whenever we decide we want to. Because a lot of the stuff here we'll be farming a bit heavier once it comes time for us to like decorate with the armor and stuff. And we'll be decorating with various different things like the hearts, for example. I'd like to decorate with those. Okay, there is another monolith right here. So there we go. We're up to 3 pages. Now, we're not really done. Oh, actually, right there. You can see it. And it didn't despawn on me. Yeah, there's a roka. So this is the boss. I kind of want you to be able to see him. That's what he looks like. And he's got 100 health, but like next to no armor. So let's just go ahead and burn him down. This should be a fairly easy fight. There we go. And we did get a roka horn. Perfect. I think it's 100% drop. So we're going to need 4 of these for the Ring of Jugger. Gives you ultra protection. We will want that. But that's going to be something that's going to take a while. These guys seem to be extremely rare. That's only the second one that I've seen spawn. And of course, the first one I couldn't find him before he despawned. And the same is true with the crystal golems. I haven't been able to find them before they despawn. I've seen their health bars a couple times. Elders, sometimes I'll be looking for them. Though elders aren't quite as important to us. But anything named, it can be a little bit hard to get to them before they despawn. So, just kind of that was one of my guys. That's okay. But anyways, at this point, we can go ahead and we can craft this. And so we've actually finished this quest tab entirely at this point. Though we're really not done with it, truth be told. because, for one, there's actually a final boss within this dimension. We're going to have to use this. We will need it for the Clock of Father Time. A little bit grindy in that way because we're going to need roka horns for that as well. But we need to continue looking for monoliths because we can also craft the Abyss End, which is the end boss, which has some kind of unique drops. I would like to do that today. But the good thing is we've gathered up a lot of different plants whilst in this dimension. So we will have a lot of different variety for building. Okay, I see our very last monolith, I think. There we go. Toss all that. Okay, so now if we take this and 4 pages, we can make the Abyss End. Now, I don't think that... Yeah, this isn't actually going to be used for anything aside from just summoning the final boss. Now, there is one questline that we haven't finished, which is the one related to the melon. I haven't found any melons. So, maybe I'm missing something. They might be underground. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever played around with this in survival. It's really just been test world play. And I have not found a melon. I always just assumed they would probably be jungles, but I don't believe that's the case. So right out here looks like a good spot. I think this is where we're going to spawn it. So what we can do is we can right-click right here. It's going to say, Roka in boss. Thank you, Wanderer. I've been trying to claim the Abyss for myself for 5,000 years. Now it is time to get what is mine. Will you help me to destroy the Abyss? And you kind of get a choice. There's fighting for the good, so we're going to fight him. No, I'll kill you. Or we can fight for the bad. Yes, my king, I'll help you. Now, depending on which one we pick, we are going to get different, not so much story outcomes, because we can just farm this again and get the other weapon. We probably will. It's going to be a great farming session. But there's 2 different swords that you can get. I don't know if I can actually... Yeah, it looks like I can actually look it up. If we fight with him, we get the Jason sword. Yeah, the Nosage sword. We can get that one, which is 25 damage and a 5.2 attack speed, which is really, really good. If we fight against him, it's like Abyss. Like sword. Sword of the Abyss. This one right here. So it's 20 damage and a 1.8 attack speed. And of course, then we kind of get to fight alongside this big monster. So we are going to actually fight with him. However, if you fight against him, you get different people. You get more people based on the amount of quests that you've done. I mean, yeah, I do want the sword, I think. I don't know, I'm kind of torn because the Nosage sword is actually, or the Jason sword is kind of cool because it's got these particles and stuff. And so part of me, I mean, this sword is actually kind of bleh. Like, just a little bit bleh. Now, I tell you what, since we've done the quest, let's actually get the reward for that. We're going to say, no, I'll kill you. And it's going to spawn for us a whole little army. Sometimes you try to find, like, an open area, because that'll happen. They'll get stuck in there. But you can see it says there, take the war staff. It's going to be this, and we just have to go stand next to Nosage. But you could say that since we did a bunch of quests, we have a bunch of people. The only person that's not here is Carlos, because I never finished his quest to get melons. So he didn't show up. He would have been leading this little group. And so once we're ready to start this, we're just going to stand next to Nosage. We're going to hit right click, and there we go. The Roka end boss and his army are going to spawn. Now, of course, I have like super cleave, so I have to be a little bit cautious about trying to avoid killing my people. My guy's fighting with me here. Ooh, good. And we have Wildin swooping in to do battle too, it would appear. Yeah, I'm just going to have to... They're just going to have to take some damage, I think. Because they're kind of in my way. Now, somewhere out here, there's going to be the Roka end boss. Oh, there he is. He just spawned in. I'm going to let them kind of take on these guys. I think. And I'm going to try to get over here to the Roka. Oh, Steven's dead. Alright, well, let's see if we can beat on him a little bit. Looks like I'm hitting Nosage, too. Honestly, probably having a weapon Actually, Nasaj is taking more damage than Roka at the moment. That's unfortunate. I think I'm just, like, cleaving, like, I don't know. I'm trying to stand back. This is kind of the point where cleave doesn't pay off. It doesn't really matter, though, if you kill Nasaj. We'll just kill both the gods. It's kind of like killing Vivek back on Morrowind. Like, I don't know. You just gotta do it. Boom, boom, boom. This guy has some massive defense. Normally he moves a lot faster than this, but our scythe has that auto slowing effect. So there's like no chance of him keep catching up to us if we just keep beating him to death. Okay, so we've killed him. We got the music disc, and we got the Sword of the Abyss. Oh, we don't get the hammer. That's unfortunate. But then we come over to the monolith here, and we just click that. And there we go. And right now we're falling. You can see our Y level dropping. We're at 300. And this is kind of the other dimension. This is the end of time. But there is the beginning dimension. We're going to go check that out really, really quick. Might be a little bit longer of an episode, but I would like to go ahead and get that underway and get access to that. Okay, so these are the soulfish. I guess technically this would be a really cool dimension to build into, right? I feel like. Oh, thank you, Botania, for spawning flowers here and ruining the effect. But let's come over to, like, this fish here, and we right-click it, and it teleports us out. It teleports us back here. Now, the next time that we go there, I think I might take a waystone, because we are going to be going there at some point, because I do want to fight alongside of him and get the other weapon. This is honestly the most lackluster of the two, to be honest, but that's okay. The other one has, like, really cool particles and stuff like that, but that one does not. Oh, and we got a bunch of night shards, too, for killing the knights. But I'll definitely set up a waystone there the next time. Now, at this point, what we're going to do... I don't know how this is going to turn out, though. For us, just due to... Oh, we still have slow falling for a bit. Oh, what's the name of it? Let me sort by source for just a moment. And we're going to go way down. But the overworld does have a biome that's added by the beginning, the Abyss beginning mod. And we need to find that. And if we can find one within a reasonable distance, we'll actually have to make another broom, though. I'll have to do that real quick. But if we can find one in a reasonable distance and at least access this dimension, there's not a whole lot within the Abyss the beginning. Just adds another dimension that we can go check out. Actually, might be, depending on your preferences, it might be a better dimension for building than the normal Abyss because it's not as dark. Let's see, is it the Flora Forest, maybe? Let me see. Let me go to the distant North Village, maybe. Ruma Forest. It's one of these three. Or Roggen Forest. Flora Forest. We're not finding any of them. We'll keep an eye on that, just like we're looking for the enchanted enchanted biomes. We'll keep an eye out for the Abyss Beginning Forest. Because in order for us to actually access, like if we look at this, there is a whole nother mod. It's not all that big, but there is another dimension, the beginning dimension, which we can access. But in order to do so, we are going to have to basically we're going to have to make the beginning activator, and we're going to have to find Lazarus plants. These right here, which I believe they only spawn in the biomes that are added within the overworld. I don't think that we can find them in the actual Abyss. I don't believe so. I've never noticed them anyways. Like while I was running around today, I didn't notice any. So that's going to be kind of on like luck, basically. Kind of like the enchanted biome where we need the bee from. We're going to have to try and get lucky and find those. That's one of the only like major downsides to having large biomes, is having to go extremely far in some cases for stuff like that. But we'll probably set out here soon and try to find both of those biomes so that we can go to the beginning dimension. Now, technically, there is one other mini boss, like in addition to, you know, there's the Roka, the Elder, and then of course there is the final boss. But in addition, there is one mini boss, the Crystal Golem. I've seen his health bar up here a few times, but a lot of the kind of the mini bosses that show up, the Roka and the Elder and the Crystal Golem, have a tendency to despawn extremely quick, in my experience. And either that or I just happen to move the wrong direction and then they despawn on me. So I haven't managed to come across one as of yet. It's not really a big deal that we come across one. There's nothing from it that we particularly need. But we will try to come across one at some point, because I'm going to be doing a lot of exploration here, because we need a lot of monolith papers, like an absolute ton of them. So that's just something that will kind of naturally come across. I'm not that worried about setting off specifically to try to find it. The spawn rates are pretty low on the bosses, especially the Roka and the Crystal Golem, from what I've noticed. I think it has to do with Mana and Artifice and R's mob spawning, because there's a lot of them in this dimension. But also, I mean, generally they're decently rare, but I think they're extra rare on here. I've been having not a lot of luck finding, you know, I only found that one Roka. I found two, but one despawned on me. But it took me a really long time to find the Roka that I needed, so. But yeah, so anyways, I know it's about wrapping up point 4 of this episode, so we're going to end this one out here. And then next episode, when we come back, we are going to be switching gears, because we're actually going to start, well, we're going to start working towards a couple things. One of those things is going to be kind of endless potion effects, and we're going to be setting up a farm for that. In fact, for, you know, as far as what we need, we kind of got a farm system, kind of an automation system that we're going to be setting up. So we'll get more into that in that episode, but we're also going to be turning our attention towards switching out tools. These tools were fine, but it's time that we get rid of them, because they need to go. For one, they're taking up a lot of space in my inventory. So we might turn our attention over to that come next episode. That's a couple of the things that we're going to be tackling. Also, probably next week, we're going to start into some Worm's Roost, because I think it's overdue. It's time that we get into that as well. So, but I am going to be spending a few days here basically doing a lot of building, now that my time is starting to free up and I won't be losing as much sleep, hopefully here soon. So I'm going to be doing a bit of building over the next couple days, I think. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. Stay updated with when new videos come out, and I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care. Stay safe. I'll see you guys then.